In about the last year or so, a large number of people have moved away from the social media platform X, which used to be known as Twitter. Many are looking for alternatives that have the same kind of features, perhaps, but a different approach. So what are the options that are out there? Well, our tech guy, Rich Brooks from Flight New Media, has been looking into that and is here with some ideas. Thanks for coming in. Good to have you. So let's begin with a bit of history. You have been on X, or Twitter as it was, really since about the beginning, right?
Yeah, I joined Twitter back in 2007, and when I first got on, there were maybe 20 or 30 people in the entire state of Maine who were on Twitter, and we started to form a bond, just having online conversations. I got to know a lot of people across the state, to the point where me and a friend started putting on these Maine tweet-ups where we got people on Twitter together in real life, and some of those people became good friends of mine, and we ended up doing a lot of creative work together, so it was a fantastic experience.
That's amazing. 20 people in the state of Maine, when you being one of them, who were on in the early days. As we mentioned, a lot of people have left X. What's going on? What's the thinking there?
I think there's a lot of reasons, and to be honest, X or Twitter kind of plateaued its growth maybe about 10 years ago. But there has been somewhat of an exodus recently. A lot of this has to do with Elon Musk. People don't like him or his politics, or they don't like the fact that he removed a lot of the moderation tools on Twitter, and that led to a lot more misinformation and a lot more hate speech on the platform, which is objectively true.
So people are looking for some alternatives.
Yes.
What are some of the alternatives that are starting to get some traction out there?
There are a lot of them out there, but four of the ones that I've identified, probably the four biggest landing spots. And two of them give an experience that's very similar to what people were used to having on Twitter or X. And those include Bluesky and Threads. And Bluesky is interesting because it was created by Jack Dorsey, who co-founded the original Twitter. It's a little bit different in that it's decentralized, and one of the cool things is you can choose your own algorithm rather than just having Twitter or X decide for you what kind of tweets you're going to see. And the other one is Threads, which is created by Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, and it's closely integrated with Instagram. In fact, all you need to do is download the app and you can connect it to your Instagram account, and that's one of the reasons why they have over 100 million people already on that platform.
So it sounds as though those have features that are roughly similar to what Twitter X offered. How about people who are really looking for a dramatic change and want something that is genuinely different? Are there options?
Yeah, I've got two options for you. The first one still might look like Twitter or X once you get on it. It's called Mastodon, but what's going on behind the scenes is very different. Mastodon is completely decentralized. There's no ads on the platform, and the way it works is there's not one server. You choose what server you want to be on, or they call it instances. And there's one instance that's kind of like general, but other ones are more specific. You could find an instance that's more focused on sports or news. I even found one for heavy metal. So whatever your area of interest is, then there are different rules within these communities, but you can still talk to other people on Mastodon, just like if you have a Gmail account, you can email somebody using Outlook. The other platform is not a microblogging platform like the ones we've talked about so far. It's Reddit. It's been around forever, but a lot of people leaving Twitter or X have found that they really like the experience there. It's made up of a series of small discussion groups called subreddits, and so you can pick and choose and really customize the experience that you're going to get on that platform.
If someone's maybe top concern is privacy, what is perhaps the best option?
If privacy is your number one concern, I would say Mastodon, because they really put privacy first. The decentralized nature of the platform lends to that, and the fact that they don't have ads on the platform means that there's no need for them to be collecting any additional user data.
Twitter X has always been pretty easy to use, and that's been part of its appeal. For people who aren't really tech savvy, where should they be going?
I'd probably recommend Threads because it's the easiest, especially if you're already on Instagram. Like I said, download the app, you can immediately connect it to your Instagram account, and you can start following the same people you did. Bluesky and Reddit are both relatively easy to get on. Only Mastodon has a little bit of a learning curve because of the idea of instances, and I think that people might be hesitant, like, what if I choose the wrong instance to join?
So for folks who are thinking about making a change, what would be your final recommendation?
Travel back in time and enjoy Twitter back in 2007. Short of that, for me personally, of the three microblogging platforms, I thought Bluesky showed the most promise. But for what I'm using Reddit more than almost any other platform there. You know, I get information on woodworking, on making hot sauce recipes, Marvel comics, and just keeping up on what's really going on in the state of Maine. So for me, it's probably going to be Reddit.
Everything you need in life with those topics. Yeah. All right, we got to leave it there. Rich, thank you as always. Rich Brooks from Flight New Media. Stay with us. Back with more right after this.